Yo, so let's start the New Year's off. We're gonna we're gonna try to be more consistent. I know last year I promised everybody I was gonna be consistent, and I ended up falling off a little bit. More so, just busy. Had a lot going on last year, but the healing journey is begun, and we are ongoing. Uh, everything's nice as far as I'm concerned. Life is good. Try to make life the best way possible. Starting off 2024, the little quick hot take I would tell everybody to do is get you one of these. Get you a planner. I carry this around. Um, I've been carrying this around since last year or so. That's when it started, but it kind of goes over until I got until June. Yeah, I got until June to get a new one before this is completely full. But it helps marks my dates. If I got a date coming up or something that I need to mark down that's important, or just any family event, or someone say, "Hey, I got this thing you want to come check out on this date," I'll write it down in there, and it helps me plan. Then I plan like my extra overtime days that I pick up. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. Helps a lot. So that being said, let's get right into this. Is the first blog. I'm gonna try to drop them weekly if I can. I think I set aside a perfect day to do so. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes. Last year, 2023 recap. For me personally, I felt like I did reach a lot of my goals that I set aside. Um, I think as a man, we all have the goal of I got to make more money than I made last year, which I have done. Um, Same job. I stopped doing the other part time job. Just figured let me just pick up all my overtime hours in one job, just so just because I think it made everything a little bit more easier, and instead of like, you get that overtime, so that helps too. But as a man, I feel like you should definitely try to make more money than you did last year. Physical health. Last year I was recovering off of uh ankle injury that I sprung. Oh man, I apparently this was a bad sprain, and even to this day, I think it's been over a year now. Even to this day, like if I wake up or I sleep on it wrong, I'll still feel a little bit stiffness. But a goal of mine was to be able to start back running again, which I haven't started yet. But last month I did some running here and there just to kind of get the feel for it. I am on a treadmill more, so I'm using that mobility the best way I can to try to keep that up and everything. Um, so health and mental health, I think my mental state is a little bit better than it was last year. Maybe we'll go into that in another future later episode or so. But we all have trials and tribulations, and also my close knit circle of friends that I do talk to, they seem to be doing better as well. And I take that as a personal victory in my own, because if I can encourage other people to get on the right track or help them out in their time of need, then I think it's a good thing to do. So anyway, that's about it for that. Now 2020 2024, but starting off kind of right. We're gonna go right into my favorite. My favorite event this first week was the Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp episode, where Cat Williams pretty much calling out just a lot of how I guess when you get famous, a lot of these secret stuff that we and it's kind of like we already knew about a lot of this stuff, but a lot of us were just like, it was just kind of weird. We knew about it, but really no details. And even today, we still know details. But it's always interesting, like just hearing like a name pop up here and there, and then you kind of, from what they say or what these people say, you see like these effects of where like if you go along and do these types of rituals, let's just say you get certain notoriety or the fame comes with it, as opposed to if you don't stay integrity to yourself, or just stand by what you will won't do, then it seems like you kind of just get put on the back burner, sort of say. But now, one thing that this did expose, at least for me, is like the people's reactions to it. So a lot of people, they can't handle certain truths well, and one thing I didn't that I found was interesting was a lot of people were pretty much saying that oh, it doesn't matter who stole the joke, he was funnier anyway, and this is a result of when you attack people's like childhood heroes or their nostalgia moments that they remember. They tend to kind of fall back and they want to fight against it a little bit. So it's like, yeah, we know we all grew up watching the Kings of Comedy. We all thought they were funny at the time. We find out that some of them stealing jokes. Hey, it is what it is. You got to reassess it. But I would say avoid those types of people that are making excuses for like not being truthful or whatnot, or the people that are saying, "Oh well, it's just a joke. Everybody steals jokes." If everybody's doing something and that gives you the okay in your mindset to do so because everybody else is doing it, I think that's something wrong. We shouldn't be doing stuff where it's like, if everybody's doing this particular bad, because we all can agree stealing is bad. Stealing a joke is bad. In most cases, most of us can say like taking something from somebody else is not a good thing. So when we get to this point of like, and then plagiarism at that, and just taking somebody's idea and making it your own, people are kind of just saying, oh well, you know, because we know this famous comedian from longer, we just got to rock with him, which I don't think that's fair to do. And I would say avoid those people because they're not. It's kind of like that group think. Like you're not really thinking for yourself. You're not basing your own morals and principles. You're just pretty much going off of who's got the biggest status, and then that's who you determine who's right. And that's and there's history of like other situations where somebody more famous or more well known will take something from somebody local and it just kind of gets swept under the rug and people just like, oh well, people steal all the time. And that's wrong. We gotta get away from the group thing. um Speaking of group think, these Stanley Cups. So I did a little bit of digging into research of the Stanley Cups because I didn't know nothing about it. I knew about Yeti cups, which Yetis is expensive for no reason. I got my Yeti. I don't have it with me, but I ended up getting like a nice 64-ounce Yeti jug, like a water cooler. I got it for $40 at Marshalls. So yeah, I would recommend going there if you can. You'd be surprised. Like Marshalls or Home Goods, Burlington's, you'd be surprised what you can find at these stores and whatnot. But anyway, so these Stanley Cups, apparently there was a car fire, and the whole car was a fire. Everything's ablaze, but this lady's car had a cup in there. It was a Stanley Cup and a cup holder, and apparently the drink was still cold. So, um, of course, it does speak to like the durability of it. Oh, this is a cup that's been in a fire. The cup is still intact, and the drink inside is still cold. That's tried and true methods right there. But then they went and jacked the price up. Now I don't know the price of these Stanley Cups beforehand, but after they just kind of skyrocketed up. Very ridiculous. And then people were waiting outside in line for these coffee cups. There's other brands of coffee cups that will hold up the test of time. Now they all might not be high quality cups, but you don't need to wait in line to spend hundreds of dollars. Or actually, I would say because people that waited in line, they bought at the store and then they sold them online for $100 to people that couldn't get to the line. So you don't have to do all that for a cup that we know can withstand a fire. You don't need your coffee cup or your iced beverage cup to be that durable. It's nice that it is, but you don't need it because you're not gonna be walking through fires with your cup. I'm sorry. Any old cup would do. Go to Walmart, get the $15 coffee cup. It will do you just as nice. I promise you. Less headache, less headache and everything. Then also what I seen on my timeline was this dude. He came out of nowhere and attacked. Well, not out of nowhere. He was in the courtroom. It seemed like he came out of nowhere though. I guess he was on trial for like a domestic case or something, and he tried to plead for like a lighter sentence or whatnot. The judge looked at his history of domestic abuse and said no. He ended up jumping over, and that poor judge sustained a lot of injuries from that, which is definitely sad. And I don't know. That dude, he definitely going under the jail. He going under the jail. You in jail for domestic, and then you jump over and start beating on the judge for a bad sentence. Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, at this point, he a lost cause. He's a lost cause, and at least now we know like this is one less man that's gonna be out there on the streets that'll abuse women. So now I guess hopefully some good will come out of this, and this will discourage other people from getting in these types of situations. Because yeah, that was just kind of wild. That was kind of wild. But anyway, oh man, we had 11 minutes. I was gonna try to make this 10 or less, but I guess we'll wrap this up shortly. Fellas, do some push-ups. Do push-ups. If you see this or come across this, do some push-ups. Now, I found a study that pretty much said if a man could do like what over 20 push-ups or 40 push-ups, your risk of cardiovascular disease is significantly lower than the people um that can only do like 10 or something. Do a couple push-ups and get comfortable doing so. You know, I would do some push-ups right now, but I did chest yesterday. um so yeah, I am making sure that I do go to the gym and whatnot. I try to go regularly. I didn't go today because I have a lot of other stuff. I had to make a lot of phone calls. I'm in the middle of a battle with T-Mobile and United States Postal Service. They lost my phone package while I was trying to send it back, so they're trying to charge me for the missing phone. Hopefully this all works out because I know they got it. I know I put it in that box. Well, I don't know. That'll be the next rant. Yeah, that'll be upcoming soon. Also, so new fragrances. I got another sample pack, and I actually lost it. I actually lost my two favorite samples out of that pack. But I will say I will give you guys something that I'm trying now. Uh so for Christmas I ended up buying myself, this is my tried and true, one of my top favorites of all time, Tom Ford Noir powder type of fragrance. Yeah, powder. That's the best. Oh, it's like a sweet powder, but really good. It was one of my favorite go tos, especially for fall. But right now, I am wearing. I got this as a sample. I've been hearing a lot about this. This is Tom Ford Oud Wood. I got the sample pack. I think I paid $18 for this. I hate paying. I don't know. These colognes is expensive, but so this fragrance is peppercorny. It's like a peppercorn. I want to say wood, but I really don't smell wood. It's like maybe like a the smell of wood when it's outside after it's rained, kind of like that smell with peppercorn on it. That's what I get from this. It's a nice scent. It depends on how much this is. If this is one of those, because I know Tom Ford has some fragrances that are like $400. If this is $400, I don't think I would pay $400 for a full bottle of this. Um, I'm fine at like the $200 mark, which is where I get to my noirs and my other one that I like so much. I won't say it because I I got to keep some fragrances to myself. Also, I do have this one. This is actually in the pack. This Burberry Hero is very nice. This is very nice. I took this out of town, and I was spraying. I was spraying as I was walking, and then like I swear, like a half a block down, well, once we stopped at a store, and a lady that was a half a block down, as she was walking, she complimented me on this fragrance and says, "Yeah, I could smell you like from afar." So it does linger. Now, maybe the wind was blowing and it did help, but maybe I sprayed too much because I was a little and so maybe, but it definitely is something that I would recommend to people. But other than that, happy 2024. Keep positive people in your life, and hopefully the next blog I'll have the missus with me. Uh, we were gonna try to do these together at least, but she got to work. Yeah, so real alpha men, you stay at home with your feet up and you send your woman to work. But other than that, that's cool. So yeah, go ahead and type some comments below. Just to recap, just a breath of fresh air that I like to hear myself speak sometimes too. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll do another rambling event later. We'll see. But that's it. That's all I got planned for now. Stay tuned. Stay healthy.